being armed with post-Soviet weapons, AK-47s, PKMs, RPKs, etc. And so that tells me the United States, they're not getting their hands on U.S. weaponry because it'd be a completely different caliber, 5.56 millimeter over 7.62 by 39, etc. President Trump, going back to almost the beginning of the war, claimed that the United States sent weapons to the Kurds and the Kurds just kept them. I'm not sure, first of all, there's zero reporting that corroborates that. And the Kurds themselves categorically deny that they received any weapons from the United States. Matter of fact,
that's good, thank you.
About the time President Trump claims that we were giving weapons to the Kurds,
we stretches and stuff.
Withdrawing our support for the Kurds in Syria and handing their territory over
especially
to
if you have like old
forces,
most people do. A lot of people
are not friendly to
you
the
get
Kurds.
Talking to people,
and that's caused no end of hardship.
Yeah, we learned that pretty early on doing a lot of the groups and stuff back in 2000 when we were put on the programs. We actually moderated quite a few of those groups. Many of our people in class remember us. Yeah, I know. I remember some of you back in those days.
To hang on to the weapons.
Early academy.
Said, well, we want these weapons to get into.
Yeah, a lot of people, as you can see, even in today's time, I know when it's like all of them are doing, those kind of programs and then wanting to venture into certain occupations. Oh, well, they were letting recovered junkies and alcoholics go into... No, they weren't. Right? And they'd be honest with people. I remember they laughed at me. You'll never make it through boot camp. They were right. I mean, at least, they don't try to put anybody in an unsafe position, upping their confidence, kind of like a false prophet, God will save you, right? Yeah, it's like that. So thank goodness they have a good God conscience and they put your safety first, not some kind of fairy tale belief.
Listening to this for a minute.
Yeah, people are playing some pretty sick games with a lot of that stuff, and enough's enough. You people need to grow the fuck up. But yeah, a lot of people in class have old shoulder injuries. Plus, they get constant daily injuries sometimes. Yeah, just tore a rotor cuff, just sprained an ankle, just whatever it is. So sometimes that can kind of dictate a little bit. Sometimes, depending. If you have people in class that are like, I could really use some advice on how to get this fluid off my knee.
Ever since I got my Rhino 1 Plus, I can just leave the lawn to that.
Yeah, so sometimes we might adjust our stretches a little bit or not even, sometimes just take the time to show a few moves that might be helpful or explain them while we're doing other moves.
What you see here are female fighters.
I trick myself sometimes.
Shows them fighting. But I could swear.
I hear you. It's really important when you have old injuries or nerve damage.
I could swear.
Yeah, it's kind of like a constant upkeep, daily, like brushing your hair or teeth or washing your hands, just like anything else. I know not everybody has time to be mindful. Do some movements, breathing, stretches. I mean, that's not always. I mean, some things require more, right? Yeah, if you have a broken arm and you just broke your arm on a hike, and someone's like, hey, just breathe and do some stretches. Yeah, that's stupid. Right, but they have that kind of mentality where you want to suggest less gluten, wheat, and dairy to help with inflammation, and it's angry vegans and they're going to make you eat maggots. It's actually really childish and fucking pissing a lot of good people off, especially after what we've already been through as a human species, Yeah, we have a lot of good people and investigators that are absolutely disgusted with what these people are doing and ignoring. So hopefully more people are brave enough. I know it's not easy, as you can see so many that have come through, whether they're getting the Karen, non-vaxxer, bully, just a regular investigator, citizen, hacker, whatever they're doing. Some are committing crime, shuffling through, looking for easy pickings. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad over the years what's been going on. Yeah, when you have people that are totally oblivious to it and just have your kids at the helm of these fucking psycho state workers and druggies playing their games and committing fraud, very scary. Very scary, and it's so sad what I just heard come out of my son's mouth. 17 years old, almost an adult, that has been completely brainwashed by these psychotic people. It's so sad to me over the years, just trying to survive a lot of these threats and attacks, you know? Yeah, we're lucky we survived some of those murder attempts, and we don't even care. We're like, we don't even got to talk about that, right? Yeah, we're way past that. 2013, we signed the contract there, yeah? I remember the Suboxone stuff and these punks. Yeah. So a lot of that, and they're playing these games trying to stay ahead and not get caught and trip people up and get people thrown in jail and silence people speaking the truth, and it's pretty scary. Yeah, usually the me is dead by now. Just so retarded it doesn't even know what's going on. Over-medicated. Thrown in a facility. Yeah, that's usually how it goes with these cases. We've shown you that over and over and over again. And without the awareness, yeah, we'd just probably be sitting in a corner somewhere, rocking, drooling on ourselves, medicated. Had that vein surgery they said we needed or we would die back in 2017. Yeah, they spiked that shit with a lot of people in these loops of different lines. And if you go back and you see what was going on with Norm Macdonald, Bill Burr, Joan Rivers, and a lot of these other people. Yeah, just the rhetoric, and then they spiked, yeah, the bullshit. Yeah, and then you had some of the Hollywood kids, like Macaulay Culkin was like, yeah, some old dude said the kids' shoes were made out of kids' skins. And I know Corey Feldman, once again, with his what? What happened? I don't notice how they never say, right? It's usually because it was subliminal, like, grooming type stuff they were noticing. Yeah, it's nothing that's ever, it's bullshit. It's like, oh, okay, so adults put shit in your head and you repeated it. Good job. I know, and you like the attention. Poor victims. Right, so it really gets sick and disgusting and old to a lot of us, quite frankly. What's going on? But yeah, you go back 2017, and they told Norm Macdonald he needed the stem cell stuff. He had some weird disease. Who knows? Sometimes they have them, yeah, they said use an alias because people frown upon it. And sometimes they use the disease as like a excuse because they really want to get it for other reasons. They think it might help them live longer, or give them a bigger dick or something, and they don't want people to know, so they make up, yeah, I did it because I had bone cancer or whatever it was, and then they wind up dying or something. Yeah, really sad. Yeah, so and they had told me I needed a vein surgery or I was going to die. Right, so right around that time too, we had Lori Garland freaking out about her cable box. She died in an accident. I think the owner of this place, his daughter, was killed in an accident. People were flipping out. It was really scary to us. We were trying to get our daughter to a doctor, and we were told not to speak that way. Enough's enough. Yep, enough. Don't want to hear that. You know, there's some sick shit going on. I'm barely holding on. If they hit me again, I'm not. My heart can't take another shot, man. Right. When you look at the records too, I was taken by ambulance twice. And what's the paperwork say? Yeah, I think you should wake the fuck up if you're not already. Trust me, when we say that, we're not. There's so many that are aware and listening that are like, yeah, we are. We know. She doesn't know we know. I know it, and they can wonder sometimes. Because they have to play certain roles and go along with the ghost believers and the alien believers and the psychos who think we're psycho. And right, the doctors over the years who have dealt with these people demanding that we be medicated or locked up know what we're talking about. This is so sick and disturbing. We could really care less about all that. We really could. We're concerned about the hostages and the children that have been fucked and tortured for years, and people being educated as to how that's been fed out to the activist groups and stuff. You can't deny it. If you have questions, and we were very much involved and part of a lot of what was being fed to you with some of those things. A lot of it's fake and real, huh? right, beating the women in burqas and stuff. And then the churches, the Catholic. When you start connecting it and these fundraising companies, so many have already connected the dots and they know, and they've been using this around the world in different case studies and training programs to show people how these punks get away with it. Right, plus we're in the now, right? I mean, day by day, how's this going to unfold? Are the kids going to get help? Is anyone going to speak up? Am I going to snap? Are they going to snap? Is someone going to snap? Who's going to snap? This is so fucking sick and disgusting. And people won't even address the vaccines and overprescribing of SSRIs. It's like just scary on top of scary. Fucking drunk drivers driving around drunk people. Sick, fucking, nasty, motherfucking pieces of shit. Right, so anytime you folks want to get real and address these things, we're right here. My name's Mary, Governor Hill Mansion, Augusta, Maine. Much love, health, and peace to you all. Yeah, I mean, I would seriously, you people, yeah, I'd pack up and go. Yeah, they're going to get you. The way they're talking, and they usually follow through. I'm just letting you know what I'm hearing on the airwaves. You hear a lot of shit on your airwaves, and you spew a lot of bullshit. I'm just letting you know what I hear on mine, and I'm trying to help you. You should be saying thank you. Yeah. Mwah.